Welcome back to the inaugural interviews of WallBreakers Incorporated. Right now we've got Roush because since we're both the founders, well, yeah, he can't interview himself. But looking at it over his trainer card, I've noticed you have all third gen guys.
Duh. Why wouldn't I?
Why don't you tell us the backstory on Swellow?
Swellow. Alright, if you guys have watched Pidgey and I's Nuzlocke of Leaf Green, I explained about when I first started playing Pokemon. My brother and I started Swellow farming, which is basically mass catching of Talos and then evolving them all. It was really fun. Swellow's been my favorite ever since then.
And then Manetric, yeah, what about Manetric?
That was the first electric type that I ever truthfully enjoyed. I mean, I caught it as an electrike, and I just liked it. Never looked back.
You know, I always hated Electrike because his move pool when you first catch it is like booty. You know, it's Tackle and Thunder Wave. And you can't grind because where you're grinding, there's a bunch of other Electrike that just Thunder Wave you. I hated it.
Well, I mean, I managed to work my way around it, and became a very good force, especially when you got to, Juan.
Oh, right, Emerald. Yeah.
Yep.
Or Wallace.
Or Wallace, that too.
Yeah. All right. What about Aggron?
Aggron? Well, when I first started playing the games, my brother and I had an argument on whether to get a Geodude or an Aeron. I wanted the Geodude, but he won in the end. And, I mean, Aggron's just a beast. What can you say?
Yeah, I guess Choice Banded Aggron kicks major ass.
You don't even know.
Even Little Aaron in Little Cup. Head Smash with Aaron is just... No one is safe from that. No one.
No.
What about Swampert? I assume you've got 2 starters on there.
Yeah, well, there's another story with the Swampert that goes along with the Swellow. Around the 5th gym, I think, no, 4th gym, Flannery's gym, when my brother and I were playing, we started out with a Sceptile. We traded with our friend to get all the starters in our Pokedex, and he let us keep the Marsh Top at the time. And it was at level 20, or level 35, so close to evolve. But we couldn't get the stupid thing to obey us. And it was basically the key to our gym battle. If all we needed to do was keep that thing from disobeying us, and then we would win. But in the end, it took our first female Swallow was what finally took care of the gym. But it was fun because that stupid Marsh Top just would never obey us.
Alright, and then you've got Sceptile, I'm assuming, because that's what you started with to begin with.
Yep. Favorite nickname, Yoshi.
And then Mighty Anna.
Mighty Anna, as everyone can see on the screen, which I'd be surprised if you could, it's a female Mighty Anna. Very first Pokemon that I ever caught, and it just always was my favorite, especially in the in-game Swagger. Swagger was one of my favorite moves, and it's a female because it was the first one I caught, and I nicknamed it Jessie after my dog, and they actually resemble each other. It's kind of weird.
So your dog's like a murderer.
No.
Mighty Anna's pretty
She's got
scary.
black fur.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I assume your favorite region's Hoenn.
Boy, I wonder what makes you think that.
You know, just a premonition, I guess. I mean, your Pokemon, it's hard to read from your Pokemon. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then, what kind of, what do you plan on bringing to this channel?
I plan on bringing random matches using fully offense to balance team style.
Damn, I wish I had said that during my interview. What's your favorite kind of team? Setup, sweep, hyper offensive, balance, or stall?
I prefer hyper offense personally, mixing in, balance, basically. Mixing in walls and...
Yeah, that makes sense. All right then. What's the deal with your sprite, your character sprite?
I consider myself a nerd, and just seeing this guy with his little... Excuse me. His little mechanical Pikachu. I just thought it was very interesting. I first found it when I got on Pokemon Online and started battling there. I just thought it was the coolest little thing, so I picked it. Welcome back to the WallBreakers Incorporated inaugural video. And today right now we are going to be interviewing next member, Arblox360. Hello, Arblox.
Hello.
So, looking at your training card here, you have a Hydreigon, Arbok, Rotom Cut, Aggron. Is that Lucario?
Yeah,
And then a Poochyena.
pretty much.
Alright, why'd you pick those guys that you did? Start off with Hydreigon.
Because Hydreigon was one of my favorite Pokemon for 5th gen, and it ended up being one of my best Pokemon that I have ever used.
Really? Wow. How about your Arbok? Going back to a little classical thing here.
Arbok really, it's just one of my all-time favorites. No really big backstory about it.
Really? Okay, how about your Rotom Cut? Why not Rotom Wash or Rotom Heat?
Because Rotom Cut is first of all an RU, and Rotom Cut has done so many things for me.
Okay. And how about Big Bad Mangry Aggron?
Aggron is my all-time favorite Hoenn region Pokemon, and it has saved me in a lot of ways.
Okay. Lucario?
It's my favorite 4th gen Pokemon, pretty much, and I really like that it can be chosen in either physical or special.
Okay. Also makes a very good mix sweeper. And lastly, Poochyena.
Poochyena's just... I really like Poochyena. It always was my favorite LC of all time.
Okay. So, in other words, your favorite NFE.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Alright. What kind of battles do you like to do? Like, what's your favorite tier?
Definitely RU.
Really? Maybe it's because basically everybody you have is RU, except for Hydreigon, and I'm not sure about Lucario, but I'm fairly sure it's UU or something.
Lucario's.
But then again, I never really did pay too much attention to tiers. So, what your team building style? Do you normally go for hyper offense, balanced team, or something else?
Usually, most of the time I go for a setup sweep or hyper offensive.
Okay. What would you like to see out of this channel?
Just about anything. I really like Pokemon and would like to see just everything.
Okay. What kind of set would you use on an Arbok if you were to make it into some sort of a wall breaker set? Something that would break apart something like, let's say, a Skarmory.
Well, that's actually kind of tricky because Arbok's move pool really doesn't help anything to kill a Skarmory. But if it did, I would definitely say Choice Band, Earthquake, Gunk Shot, Poison Fang, and I don't know, I forgot the last one. I used that set so many times, and it's broken a lot of walls.
Yeah, that's really interesting, especially in RU, when you don't have to worry about as many steel types. Have you ever considered using a switcheroo set?
What did you say?
Switcheroo. It's
Oh.
Trick. I use a Switcheroo, Choice Scarf, Arbok. Sometimes I stick Poison Barb. It's actually really awesome.
Well,
So-
I have used a switcheroo Arbok with Choice Scarf.
That's pretty good. Favorite region?
Definitely Hoenn.
Favorite badge?
Really don't know. Well, I can't keep track of many badges.
Alright, then how about this? Just name one more interesting thing about yourself in Pokemon.
Usually more than likely, if someone's trying to use a substitute, I really don't care if I end up going for the setup sweep. I just go straight for it, and usually it just destroys them.
So you play risky.
Pretty much.
Welcome back, YouTube, to the inauguration of WallBreakers Incorporated. As you can see, we have another interview today from a very nice YouTuber called PuppetMM2, also known as MetaMaster. So to start out, Meta, tell us about the pokes that you picked for your trainer card. Any specific stories about them, or anything you'd like to tell us?
No.
What about the Leafeon? Whatever made you start liking Leafeon?
No clue. No, I'm being extremely honest.
Excuse me?
I'm being extremely honest. I don't know.
So you just basically picked a bunch of random guys and...
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I actually like them. I just don't know why.
Don't know why? Alright, how about those two musketeers that you decided to pick? Keldeo and...
Keldeo, because it's a My Little Pony, basically.
Your little pony. Your little pony.
No, you're a little
And so...
Terrakion because he destroys everything.
Okay, that makes sense. And the Minun? Just a little something.
You already know why.
I don't know why. Please explain.
He's blue.
Okay. So, what kind of battles do you normally like to do? Like, what tier?
Uber, and underuse.
So, actually, if you guys are subscribed to NBZ or have followed the Five Guys in the Gigalith series,
Yes.
Puppet MetaMaster was one of the
I got demolished.
guys who got destroyed by the effing man. So, just want to make fun of him for that. So, anyways, welcome to the channel.
Okay.
Welcome to the channel. Are you gonna bring like some Wi-Fi battles onto here, or?
Well, if I can get my DS.
Or
Yeah, definitely.
well, that's good. What's your favorite region?
I have to say. Oh, not Hoenn. It's called Kanto.
Kanto? Gen 1?
Yep,
Freak.
you're a freak.
So I am. Anything else about yourself and Pokemon that you would like to add? Alright, one other question that I had, and I just forgot it. Oh yeah, favorite team building style. Like, what kind of pace battle do you prefer? Hyper offensive, stallish, balanced?
Alan.
Balanced?
Yeah,
Seems to be a
too
common
long
theme here.
ones.